Okay, welcome back, America, to your Cable Data Science channel. It is the today of Monday, October the 11th, 2021. It is time for your daily COVID-19 analysis. Okay, before we get started, let's take a look at the numbers for yesterday. We had a total of 11 views yesterday, 7 from older folks like myself, 4 for younger folks like myself. You know what? I appreciate every single one of you 11 folks, but I know every single one of you 11 folks know one other person who's interested in these numbers every single day, okay? I'd appreciate if you click on the subscribe channel, click on the share button, share this video with your friends and family today. Also, if you look, I need your help for one other thing today. If you look in the description below, you're going to see 2 links, okay? The first link is to Dave's Data Analytics channel on Twitch. At 8 p.m. every night, I do a live data analytics stream from Twitch. The second one is as I'm trying to get a uh, a uh, a channel up and running on Twitter. So if you click on that Twitter link and follow me on Twitter, I'd really appreciate it today. Thanks so much. Let's just get on with the show. Now one of the curious things about the way COVID-19 cases and deaths are being tracked is that they're counted from the very first case and the very first death. Now, why that's unusual is because it's not the way we count diseases like heart disease or cancer. Heart disease and cancer are counted 1 year at a time. Okay, when you look up cancer deaths, it'll say so many deaths for 2011. Okay, it won't say there was X number of deaths since January of 2020. Okay, so it's just kind of curious here. And we can see here, so since January of 2020, we've had 44.3 million cases, and since the very end of February, uh, 2020, we had 713,000 plus cases. Now, what you can see here, this is the current year's numbers. Okay, the current year's numbers. A long declining pattern down in July. Then we saw this big spike up in July. Now the question is, how many of these people were vaccinated here, or how many of these people could have been with Delta variant, which of course the vaccine wouldn't protect us from. That requires a booster shot. What about deaths? Well, again, the same pattern, long declining pattern in July. Then, for whatever reason, July saw an increase, but it now appears that it may be beginning to fall back down. How many of these people here were vaccinated? Now, what you can see here, the 2021 cases, despite a massive vaccination effort, okay, 2021 cases, we have more cases in 2021, 2.5 months ago, than we had in all of 2020. And deaths, well, unfortunately, 2021 deaths have passed 2020 deaths. Okay, the question is, how many of these people are vaccinated? Now, this is what I find slightly interesting. Let's only look at the numbers from July to July. Okay, we've already covered these numbers here. They're almost a mirror image. It's almost like it's got a calendar, and in July the disease says, "Oh, it's time to get busy again." Then in the afternoon the disease says, "Well, okay, it's time to take a little break," and then it falls back down. This doesn't just happen with the U.S. numbers. I've seen this in other countries like Israel and stuff like that. I mean, how could it be a yearly cycle of COVID-19 cases and deaths? Okay, same thing with deaths. Increases in 2020, decreases in 2021. This of course is the number of cases by quarter. You can see that the third quarter of 2021 was the third most cases so far, and you can see that the third quarter of 2021 deaths was the third most deaths so far. Let's just skip this here. Let's go down to here. Okay. So then, if you look at weekly cases, the question is how many of these people were vaccinated here, and what caused this large spike? Was this the Delta variant? Then why it must have had a pretty short shelf life because it spiked, then all of a sudden it began to decline again. Okay, but how many of these people in this year have been vaccinated were vaccinated prior to getting COVID-19? Deaths again. How many of these people this year were vaccinated prior to dying from COVID-19? What about monthly cases? Well, you can look at monthly cases. You can see, unfortunately, that so August, September cases was one, two, three, fourth and fifth most cases so far. And well, September's deaths was the fourth most so far. If we take a look here, this is kind of a fun plot. This is the number of people per 100,000 have COVID-19 right now. Okay, and this is simply a matter of dividing cases by population. Okay, so right now, about for every 100,000 people in the U.S., 25 have COVID-19. Okay, for every 100,000, this is the better one. For every 100,000 people in the U.S., roughly one half of a person, not 50%, one half of 1% of a person is dying from COVID-19 right now. Remember all the squawking about the flattening the curve back in the spring of last 2020? Well, guess what? It never happened in America. We've never really had a good flattening of the curve. Despite lockdowns, despite vaccinations, the cases and deaths continue to climb. All right? Same thing with deaths. We've never really had a flattening of the curve for either COVID-19 cases nor COVID-19 deaths. Okay, I'll leave you with that thought right there for today. Of course, as always, don't forget to click on that subscribe button, the like button, share the video with your friends and family on Facebook and Twitter. Also, click on the description button, click on that Twitter link, and follow me on Twitter today. Okay, thanks so much for your time, America. We'll see you tomorrow as an updated report.